Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to make an Easter wreath. I've already got my moss ring here, so I'm ready to start adding some foliage. I don't know why it's got so much string, but yeah, it's got a bit to hang it up, so I don't need those bits there, but I'll leave them there in case I want to tie onto them. Okay, so I've got lots of things to use. I've got lots of foliage here, which you get in your kit. I've got some pussy willow. I've got some limonium, some limonium, pink and purple limonium, some cream statice, and some wax flower to go into the wreath. And I've also got some bleached ruscus to give it a bit of lightness. So let's get going. So you've got your string. I'm going to tie it around the moss like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add, so the best thing to do is to get little bundles of greenery. I'm breaking it off with my fingernail, but you can use scissors. Get little bundles. Of greenery and tie them on. So you put the string around the bottom of the greenery and tie it on. So I'm going to add a bit of greenery and then add a little bit of flower as I go round. So add the flower on. Next we're going to add a little bit more greenery. So you can put some around the edge or on the top, however big you want it to go. So a little bit of greenery and a little bit of flower. And then as you add it on, and go round, you can change the colours up. Whenever you lay the greenery and the flowers on, you cover over the string that you last tied. So I'm going to add a little bit more. So just small little bundles, tie them round. Just going to find a little bit of purple now. Keep the colours going through. Can you see how it's coming together now? Quite nicely. And you carry on with your little bundles. All the way round. You can use greenery out of your garden as well, if you want to, if you've got anything nice you want to put in your wreath. And then you keep on going all the way round. Add a little bit. Tie it, add it and tie it. What you don't want to do is go back round with your string over this, because it'll squash it all in. So just keep adding and going. So you're better off making it full as you go round. You can add stuff in after by poking it straight into the moss like that. That's another way of doing it. I find it quicker to add the bundles but if you want to add it into the moss and poke it in, that's good as well, because it will keep all the greenery moist. And you keep adding like that and working your way round. So now you've finished putting all the flowers in, you can have a look. You can tie it up to where you started with the string. Tie that off and cut it off. We don't need that because we've already got a hangy bit there. I seem to have an excessive amount of string, so I'm going to cut that off. Don't know where that's come from, but I've got the hanger there to hang it up, or I can put a ribbon on it later if I want to. So now you've got the flowers in. If you've got any flowers left in your little kit, then you can add them in any holes you've got. So just have a look around your wreath and see where you think, oh, I could do with a bit more pink in there. And you can literally, if you hold the stem right near the bottom like that, you can poke it through into the moss, and you can fill up any gaps that you have, or use up any leftover bits and pieces. Or if you've got bits left over, you can pop them in a little vase. It's up to you. If you feel like your wreath has got enough in it, I'm just going to put a little bit more in mine. Pop a little bit more of the cream through, because I feel that makes it nice and Eastery with a bit of that lemony colour through it. So once you've done that, and it's looking nice, you can put some pussy willow in it. So how I like to do the pussy willow is cut it into two. And then I think it looks nice to push it in the wreath one end, and then get a wire. Get a wire and wrap that around the other end. So you've got the wires like that, and then you can push that through the wreath and make a little loop like that. And then with the wires at the back, you'll see they come out the back of the moss. So you bend them over and you push them back into the moss there, so it won't scratch your front door, and it will hold the pussy willow in place. There you go. So I'm going to add the other bits of pussy willow to this. So I'm just adding the other bit of pussy willow. I'm just going to put 3 bits in mine. I'll add a little bit of pussy willow. So that's looking nice and full now. So next I'm going to add a little nest. So I get my wire, and I'm just going to put the wire through the back of the nest, just like that. And then you bend both wires like that, so you can push it through the moss into your wreath, and then bend the wires back so that it holds it on. So I'm going to put mine at the bottom. Actually, where is the bottom? I'll put mine to the side, I think. I've got a nice little gap there, so I'm going to put it there. So you just stab the wires through through your moss. Be careful pushing on the eggs because they are real quail's eggs, so they will break. So try not to push them. They're hollowed out eggs, but they are real, so if you push down on those, they will break. So I've added my eggs, and I've got a couple of little feathers here that I'm going to add in. So you can put the feathers in wherever you want. You can just poke them into the moss. I'll put one there. Actually, I'll put a couple together. I think they look nice. They look nice in groups. I'll pop those in. So there we go. Now the last thing to do is to put on a ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to make a bow, but I will provide you with the bow ready made if you require. So go over, under, over and under, like that. You cut that off. It's nice to have nice long trails on it. Then you get a wire. You put it through the back of the middle like that, and then you squeeze, excuse my dirty fingernails, it's just part of the job. Squeeze the middle like that, and that makes your bow. So now we need to give it a twist to hold it into place, and then we can pop that in our wreath. And there you have it, your lovely Easter wreath. All ready to put on your door. I'm just tying another piece of ribbon through the back at the top to make a little loop for hanging it, so it looks pretty. So I'm just tying it in a knot. Like that. Put the loop down so the knot is in the bit where we're not going to see it. And there we go. Finished wreath. I'm going to go and hang it on my gate now.